I'm at Boland's Classic Trading Post in New Mexico. Go inside and let's see what they've got. All kinds of cool stuff. Including moccasins. Fireworks and everything you can think of as far as souvenirs. I'm gonna buy some. I'll see you later. And these prizes that I showed you on the video the other day, plus some surprises from this place in this box, all ready to go to the post office. And then I just went back in and got these. Let me put the moccasins in hot pink with a little design on them, and it's size 11 child's, but they didn't have toddler size, so she might have to wait until she gets a little older if this is not the right size. But the only toddler sizes that didn't even say toddler on them, they just had smaller sizes, were tiny, and I know that wasn't it. So I don't know, maybe I should send you a picture before I leave this place, but hopefully it works out. It's fun going in those places, and usually I want to buy fireworks because they had tons of fireworks in there, but I got my fill of fireworks on 4th of July in Washington at Long Beach last year, because at the end, you know, I really had a good time, but I could have saved my hundreds of dollars that I spent on fireworks and watched a public show. I don't know if you can see this in the light with the GoPro, but I try. Apparently my lithium batteries that go to the solar are not hooked up anywhere to the regular house batteries. And when I bought this thing, I replaced the two house batteries. And on my first trip up to Washington, which was 2 years ago, I got a light on the dash that said alternator fail. So as soon as I got to Washington, I got a diesel mechanic out of, you know, whatever, 411 or Yellow Pages, whatever. I got a diesel mechanic, brought in, and told him they ordered the alternator, okay? And then when it was ready, I came in and they replaced it. It was almost $1,000. Okay, I'll take this off. Shine on me. It was almost $1,000 to do an alternator on this thing. And on my leaving Washington, I had the alternator fail on the dash again, and it was alternator fail ever since I've had it. It says on the dash. But it was running fine, and when it got, you know, it seemed like when the battery was low, it would say that, and then as soon as it was charged up, it would go off. So, well, tonight it won't start. The battery's dead, and I am in the middle. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I am in the middle of nowhere. I went from El Paso, Texas. Okay, El Paso, Texas. Shine light on me while I talk. I went from El Paso, Texas, and I was going to go down the 180 to the Carlsbad Caverns, and it was supposed to be an hour and a half. And I got, I didn't even get to the Guadalupe Mountains. I got like, I'm still in Texas, to a sign that said no services for 128 miles. And maybe 40 miles after that, there's this little thing that says cafe, tavern, store. And it's like 5:30. And I pull over and I go, I went in and I said, oh, I'll have some dinner. It hasn't, you know, I don't know about this yet, about the breakdown. I think I'll have some dinner, you know. And, oh no, we're not serving anything, man. We close at 6. What do you have? Oh, basically like gas station ice cream and and chips and beers that you can buy and drink there. And so I was just, okay, so I bought something, and then I went out to start it, and it wouldn't start. It wouldn't start because I was in an area that you had to have your headlights on, and I'd left them on when I went in there because it wasn't dark yet. I couldn't tell. Okay, this is the first time this happened. It wouldn't start at all, and I mean nothing. I could started the generator right away. I mean, like right away. I started the generator, and then I got out the battery charger and plugged it into the RV with the generator going, and plugged that and put that on the batteries for the engine, which are these two right here. And it started out with it was 1%, and now it's at 43%. So I hope when I get it fully charged, it'll start. But there is no connection between these lithium batteries, and that are always charged because of the solar, and the batteries to start the engine of the RV, and that's wrong. I had it all done by the same people, and that's wrong. It should be connected so you can get power from the other if you need it. But anyway, I'm gonna make sure it's done that way when I get to Cummins, again. And by the way, I've talked about this with Cummins every single time I brought it in for all of those other repairs. But it seems like they just fix and order parts for the things they want to and ignore everything else I tell them. So, but I saw a Cummins in El Paso. I passed it. It was right next to an adult cabaret, bring your own beer. It said, I wonder how long I'll be stuck there. But anyway, crossing my fingers, because there's no way I'm going through the Guadalupe Mountains to the other side to get to Carlsbad Caverns now that I'm having troubles. So I'll head back to El Paso. El Paso's pretty cool. It's like San Diego in a lot of ways. I think it seems a little bigger, and it's same kind of Spanish southwestern style and everything, but I do miss home. I wish I was at Mission Bay right now. I'll come back with a posting soon as to what happens. Okay, one more thing I wanted to say. When you get out to these rural places, they I'm the only one that stopped here the whole time I've been here, and now it's been hours. Out to these rural places, and you think you're helping them out by stopping and giving them some business, and very rarely do they have a positive attitude towards you. It's like they're spiders waiting for a fly to get caught in their web. Charge me $30 for the parking place I broke down in overnight to get this thing squared away myself, and hasn't come to check on me or nothing. Lock the place up. It's all dark now. It's like, oh, thanks. I'm glad I tried to give you some business. And but maybe I'm not seeing something else, but it's a huge property with few mini structures on it, and even a campground with hookups, which he wanted like $50 for, and it's crazy. There's no one here, no but me, and I would be much more customer service oriented if I was trying to make it happen. But I mean, maybe that's just me, but I don't want to be bitching all the time on here. I want to be having fun. I need to live out of a Toyota truck or something. All right, later. I don't know if I mentioned this, but there's no cell service or internet here. Oh, my light's still on. There's no cell service or internet here. But when I went into the store and talked to the owner, they said AAA. I asked if I could call AAA. So AAA doesn't service out here. So if I left that out, I'm sorry. Anyway, It is now almost 11 o'clock at night, and I'm at 62% because I don't know. I just have a normal car battery charger. I don't have like super heavy duty one, but at least it's charging. So we'll cross my fingers that it starts after I get it all fully charged. And I had plenty of gas. That's a good thing. I filled it up before I left El Paso, which is, yeah, let's say some positive things. Okay, positive things. Last night when I was coming through the White Mountain Apache Mountains reservation, really pretty in Arizona, I saw a sign with just a caution sign that had an elk on it, and I slowed down 10 miles per hour immediately from like 55 down to 45 because I've seen the aftermath of an elk and a car crashing up by Mammoth, and it was like meat all over the place, and the car was completely destroyed. And I don't know what happened to the people inside, but I don't ever want that to be me. So I saw the sign, that flashed in my mind. I just slowed down 10 miles per hour immediately, so I was going like about 45. And then I go around a corner and I see one elk on the shoulder of the road on the right of where I'm at, and a whole bunch like over further into the grass. And what did I do? Sorry, this thing switches off. Anyway, I hit my engine brake and I put on my brakes, and I stopped right before I got to the elk. And then what did it do? It darted right in front of me, and then right afterwards all the other elk darted right after it, right in front of me. So I'm so glad of that. And then about an hour later, I was down the hill more, like down by like the San Francisco mountains. They call it San Francisco Hot Springs or something, right before you get into Silver City, New Mexico. And same thing happened, but it was a mommy wild pig and her little piglet babies, two of them running across, but they just ran. They were already in the road right in front of me, and I was able to slow down and swerve and miss them. So I didn't kill any animals, and I didn't crash my car. And those were positive things that happened, that were white knuckling but positive. And I'm at 62% right now. I'm waiting. It'll probably be morning before this thing's 100%. I'm just hoping it's not the alternator or the starter, because that would suck, because then this wouldn't, all night of charging wouldn't solve it. And I don't know what I'm going to do then. But cross my fingers, I'm going to get lucky this time. And I know where the come and shop is. Maybe I should try it differently. I don't know. I would film you where I'm at the place, but now all the lights are off, and this thing doesn't do good and at night. You have to be either right under a light or during the day. So it doesn't matter anyway. Chances of somebody being on this road is pretty slim. But I'll try to, for FYI, show it to you if I remember and I can do it. All right. Peace out. Well, after 4 to 5 hours of charging the batteries, the engine batteries on the generator, I got it started, and I turned around and made it back to El Paso, to the Cummins lot, my most frequent campground, a Cummins lot somewhere. So at 8 a.m. when they open, I'll check it in. I'm just glad to be somewhere where I can take care of it. I hope they take care of it this time. I'm going to try to get some sleep. Goodbye. Well, tonight's beautiful sunset is brought to you by El Paso, Texas. And my perfect life at my most visited campground. the local Cummins dealership, where at least they're awesome in this way. They're awesome, but they're expensive. But they have a RV hookup spot for you to go hook up in at night. And then I'm the only one here, so I have my charger. I was charging the RV last night, charging this battery. It's only at 60%, so it's a good thing I'm doing it. And go inside. In the morning I'll have to put my slides away real fast and bring it in for them to keep working on it. So I didn't take out the computer or the stereo or anything like that, because I keep on the floor so it doesn't break when it's moved, which has happened before. But I got the bar out, I can put that away. I got myself a pineapple and Absolute with 7-Up, Rusty Pelican Hawaiian iced tea, and I'm gonna enjoy that tonight, because, and that's Mexico out there on the other side where you can see those other mountains. And let's see, sun's still setting, but where you can see basically over there, about halfway across the land that you can see is Mexico. Tested my batteries today and they were no good, and they were at 86. These are the batteries for starting the engine, and so they sold me these brand new 2 acid core diehard batteries, heavy duty for trucks, and installed only $900. There's that beautiful sunset over Mexico. Anyway, tomorrow they told me it looks like that solved the problem and there's nothing wrong with the alternator, and I got on that freeway right there, one exit, got off, went to the post office to mail some stuff for heavy, and then I noticed my alternator fail light was on and the needle was below where they told me to come back on the battery charge. So I came back, and tomorrow they will order the alternator. They didn't find the part today because it's been discontinued, so we'll go through the whole part finding process. You know, I told them, get a better one, get a heavy duty, the best you can get, you know, aftermarket, whatever, that'll fit a Cummins 325 horsepower diesel. You know, I'm sure they can find it. And because I don't want to go through this every 2 years. I replaced the batteries in the alternator 2 years ago. So anyway, here I am. And this is the place. It's the biggest Cummins I've seen so far. It's even bigger on the other side of the building. I'm not complaining because the weather's been, I've moved right out of the bad weather coming in and right into where the good weather was. It's hot here, don't get me wrong, it's hot, but I'd rather be hot than be snowed on or thunderstorms or something like that. Found that out about myself. And I checked out this town. It's got a lot of personality, similar to San Diego, you know, the whole Spanish, Mexican-American vibe, and border town. And it seems to me like it's bigger than San Diego, you know. Downtown's congested with this freeway traffic, but on the outskirts it's nice, and the neighborhoods look nice. I drove around it a little bit, and I found a RV park for $450 a month plus electric, and they take $100 deposit per month for your electric, which is charged at 17 kilowatts, 17 cents per kilowatt hour, which is the same as it was where I was at before. And it's plenty of sun here, so I would leave it unplugged until the alarm went off that I needed to plug it in, and that way I would actually have small electric bills, and just plug it in when I need it when it gets too hot for not having air conditioning, because that will happen here. And but there's a double-edged sword, because when you fix all these things like batteries and alternators and the engine ERG valve and all this stuff, it's really best if you're using it. You know, if you're sitting in an RV park and we're only taking very short trips, you're defeating the whole purpose of paying for all that stuff. You know, so I might travel for a while, but just keep this in mind as a place where I'm ready to land when I'm either sick of traveling or completely and totally destitute broke. And I'm living off my just Social Security, because I could do that at those prices, and everything's cheaper here in Texas than it is in New Mexico, Arizona, or California. And normally fuel is really cheap, but not right now because of the war in Iran. So I won't say anything about that, because everybody's got their own opinion. Cummins. I'd stay away from the diesel pushers if you want to buy an RV, because it's a lot more expensive having them worked on than it is gasoline motorhomes or vans or campers. But once you get into it, it's real hard to be upside down and let it go.